Christopher Scott Kyle, April 8, February 1974 to 2013, was a United States Navy SEAL sniper. He served 4 tours in the Iraq War and was awarded several commendations for acts of heroism and meritorious service in combat. He had 160 confirmed kills and was awarded a Silver Star, 3 Bronze Star medals with V devices for valor, 2 ex-Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal with V device, as well as numerous other unit and personal awards. Kyle was honorably discharged from the U.S. Navy in 2009 and published his best-selling autobiography, American Sniper, in 2012. A film adaptation of Kyle's book, directed by Clint Eastwood and starring Bradley Cooper as Kyle, was released 2 years later. In 2013, Kyle was murdered by Eddie Ray Routh at the Rough Creek Lodge shooting range near Chalk Mountain, Texas. Routh, a former Marine, was found guilty and sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole. Christopher Scott Kyle was born on April 8, 1974, in Odessa, Texas, the eldest of 2 boys born to Deborah Linney Mercer and Wayne Kenneth Kyle, a Sunday school teacher and deacon. His father bought Kyle his first rifle at the age of 8, a bolt-action .30-06 Springfield rifle, and later a shotgun, with which they hunted deer, pheasant, and quail. Kyle and his brother Jeff grew up raising up to 150 head of cattle at a time. Kyle attended high school in Midlothian, Texas, and after graduating in 1992, became a professional bronco rider and ranch hand. However, his professional rodeo career ended abruptly when he severely injured his arm. He attended Tarleton State University for 2 years, 1999 to 1994, studying ranch and range management. Kyle went to a military recruiting office as he was interested in joining the U.S. Marine Corps Special Operations. Instead, he was convinced by a U.S. Navy recruiter to try instead for the SEALs. He enlisted in the United States Navy on August 5, 1998, and began basic training on February 10, 1999. He graduated from basic training at Naval Station Great Lakes, Illinois, in April 1999. He attended additional training as an intelligence specialist at Nimitz Dam Neck, Virginia, from April to July 1999, and at NPC Millington, Tennessee, from August 1999 to March 2000. Initially, Kyle was rejected because of the pins in his arm, but he eventually received an invitation to the 20-4-week basic underwater demolition, sea, air, land SEAL training BUD/S at NAB Coronado, California. Kyle graduated with Class 233 in March 2001, followed by SEAL qualification training SCASCUT at NAB Coronado from May to August 2001. Assigned to SEAL Team 3, Sniper Element, Platoon Charlie, later Cadillac, within the Naval Special Warfare Command. And with 4 tours of duty, Kyle served in many major battles of the Iraq War. His first long-range kill shot was taken during the initial invasion, when he shot a woman carrying a hand grenade approaching a group of Marines. CNN reported the woman was cradling a toddler in her other hand. As ordered, Kyle opened fire, killing the woman before she could attack. Chris' brother Jeff also served 2 tours in Iraq with the Marines from 2000 to 2008, attaining the rank of sergeant. Kyle proved to be an effective sniper in Iraq, with a large number of confirmed and unconfirmed kills. Kyle's shooter statements filled out by every sniper after a mission were reported to higher command, who kept them in case any shootings were contested as outside the rules of engagement. The publisher HarperCollins states, "The Pentagon has officially confirmed more than 150 of Kyle's kills." The previous American record was 109, but it has declined to verify the total number for this book. In his autobiography, Kyle wrote, "The Navy credits me with more kills as a sniper than any other American service member, past or present. I guess that's true." They go back and forth on what the number is. 1 week, it's 160, the official number as of this writing. For what that's worth, then it's way higher, then it's somewhere in between. If you want a number, ask them if you may even get the truth if you catch them on the right day. On July 8, 2016, the U.S. Navy corrected Kyle's DD form to 114, adding some decorations listed on his original discharge document. The original discharge papers issued to him upon leaving the service tally, with the account given in his autobiography, 2 silver stars and 5 bronze stars with valor. The Navy revised it to 1 silver star and 4 bronze stars with valor. The Navy said Kyle would have played no role in the production of his personnel files other than signing the DD-214 upon his discharge, and, after thoroughly reviewing all available records, the Navy determined an error was made and issued a corrected copy of the DD-214. Kyle left the U.S. Navy in 2009 and moved to Midlothian, Texas, with his wife, Taya, and 2 children. He was president of Craft International, a tactical training company for the U.S. military and law enforcement communities. In 2012, HarperCollins released Kyle's autobiography, American Sniper. Kyle had initially hesitated to write the book, but was persuaded to move forward because other books about SEALs were underway. In his book, Kyle wrote bluntly of his experiences. Of the battle for control of Ramadi, he says, "Force moved that battle. We killed the bad guys and brought the leaders to the peace table. That is how the world works." In the book and ensuing interviews, Kyle stated he had no regrets about his work as a sharpshooter, saying, "I had to do it to protect the Marines." American Sniper had a 37-week run on the New York Times bestseller list and brought Kyle national attention. Following its release, media articles challenged some of Kyle's anecdotes, but the core of his narrative was widely accepted. Tales of his heroism on the battlefield were already lore in every branch of the armed forces, writes Michael J. Mooney, author of a biography of Kyle. Kyle paired with Fitgo Cares Foundation, nonprofit organization that created the Heroes Project, to provide free and home fitness equipment, individualized programs, personal training, and life coaching to in-need veterans with disabilities, Gold Star families, or those with PTSD. On August 13, 2012, Kyle appeared on the reality television show Stars Earn Stripes, which featured celebrities pairing up with the special operations or law enforcement professional who trained them in weapons and combat tactics. Kyle was teamed with actor Dean Cain. On February 2, 2013, Kyle and his friend, Chad Littlefield, 35, were shot and killed by Eddie Ray Routh at the Rough Creek Ranch Lodge Resort shooting range in Erath County, Texas. Both Kyle and Littlefield were armed with .45 caliber 1911 style pistols when they were murdered, but neither gun had been unholstered or fired, and the safety catches were still on. Kyle was murdered with a .45 caliber pistol, while Littlefield was shot with a 9mm Sig Sauer pistol. Both guns belonged to Kyle. Routh was a 25-year-old U.S. Marine Corps veteran from Lancaster, Texas. Kyle and Littlefield had taken Routh to the gun range. Routh had been in and out of mental hospitals for at least 2 years and had been diagnosed with schizophrenia. His family also said he had PTSD from his time in the military. On the way to the shooting range, Kyle texted Littlefield, "This dude is straight up nuts." Littlefield responded, "Watch my six," military slang meaning, "watch my back." 4 months later, while in his jail cell, Routh shared with former Erath County Sheriff's Deputy Gene Cole, "I was just riding in the back seat of the truck, and nobody would talk to me. They were just taking me to the range, so I shot them. I feel bad about it, but they wouldn't talk to me. I'm sure they've forgiven me." Routh was arraigned later that same day on 2 counts of capital murder, and was taken to the Erath County Jail for holding under a $3 million bond. His trial was set to begin May 5, 2014, but was delayed to allow more time to comply with DNA testing requirements. The trial began on February 11, 2015. On February 24, 2015, Routh was found guilty of murdering Kyle and Littlefield. The jury returned the verdict after less than 3 hours of deliberations. Since prosecutors decided beforehand not to seek the death penalty, the trial judge, Jason Cashin, immediately sentenced Routh to life in prison with no possibility of parole. Routh is imprisoned at the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Ramsey Unit in Rocheron, Texas. A memorial service was held for Kyle at Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas, on February 11th. And he was buried on February 12, 2013, at the Texas State Cemetery in Austin. After the funeral, cortege journeyed from Midlothian to Austin, more than 200 miles 320 km. Hundreds of people, many waving American flags, lined Interstate 35 to view the passing procession and to pay their final respects to Kyle. Thank you for joining. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories like this one.